Kantorei KC is a professional vocal ensemble that I founded 10 years ago. I got hired actually by my brother and by a friend from high school within a few months of each other to put together a professional choir or vocal group for their weddings. We did the music for both of those weddings, and then afterwards the singers were together and thought, you know what, that sounded pretty good. We should do that again. Like, we should do more of that. Well, we just learned a whole bunch of music. Let's maybe add a little bit more and then put on a concert. The organization now has a big educational outreach arm that runs a summer institute for kids. We have about 150 to 160 kids every summer that come and sing with us and learn from us and perform with us in a week-long, very intense music camp that we do, and then perform a full season of 4 concerts throughout the year. I get to draw a lot of my students into our experience from Lee Summit High School. A lot of them participate in the camp, and so that has a lot of emotional meaning to me, that they get to come and sing with me and stand right next to me in the choir, and instead of me having to be out in front and directing everything, I get to collaborate with my students. Kantorei was recently invited to perform at the National Convention of the American Choral Directors Association. First, to sing on a what they're calling a Welcome to Kansas City event to open the convention. Then Oxford University Press approached us about doing another project for the convention, which is to do a big U.S. premiere of a new work called Passion Music by a composer in London named Will Todd. We organized Will to stay another day and do the concert again on March 3rd, which is a Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., and we're going to do it at Community Christian Church right by the plaza. It's nothing like we've ever done before, because we're a small group, so we do mostly a cappella stuff. So this has been a really stretching project for us, making us kind of approach things artistically that we've never tried before, and it's been really exciting. Lee Summit is very much my home, and I love it, and of course I teach in the schools here, so I feel I'm very much a Lee Summit person, and a cheerleader for Lee Summit in a lot of ways. I think it's a great place to live. I work for the schools. I've worked for Lee Summit schools for 13 years. And so I am biased, I recognize that, but I'm proud of the district and proud of the work that we do for kids. And so for me, if I'm a person in my age group looking for a place to live, where my kids will go to school is huge. I can have mostly a quiet suburban life, but then especially from where we live on the west side of Lee Summit, get into the city in 20 minutes. I can be in Brookside at a nice restaurant, or I can be downtown in 25 minutes. And so I don't feel like I'm removed from city life either. We've lived here in New Longview for 10 years almost, so it definitely feels like home. It's where my kids have grown up, I love the neighborhood, love the way that the west side of town is starting to develop and pull in new businesses and opportunities and conveniences and all the types of things that when I was a kid and moved here, this whole area was just a field. So I would probably bring John Stuart Mill to Lee Summit. He's dead, but I'd figure out a way, and I wasn't given parameters, so I bring John Stuart Mill, and we would talk about his ideas, his Enlightenment philosophies, and how it transitioned from kind of earlier philosophies of humans not owning themselves all the way up to now, where most of us tend to think that we own ourselves, and how he helped to kind of develop those ideas. And I would be in nerd heaven